So apparently Drake is trying to step all over Baby Keem's rollout. We all know it's not gonna work, but you know what? Let's go ahead and entertain this shit just for the entertainment. Now that I broke the ice, yo, my name is Jtomreactions. I've been doing this shit for like a year. I've been enjoying it. I'm just a guy with a microphone, just chilling, watching videos. Y'all already know what it is. Ya tu sabes, that's my motto. I'm trying out a new background, as you guys can see. Y'all let me know what you guys think of it. But yeah, let's now hear from a message from our sponsor. I just want to go ahead and interrupt this video to ask you guys if you guys can go ahead, take 2 seconds, hit the like button, hit the hype button. Also, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this video. And also, if you guys haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate every single person that takes the time and subscribes and becomes a part of the Ya Tu Sabes community, which is my community. It really does help. Now, let's get back to the video. Man, our sponsor, man. Give it up for our sponsor. Yeah. All right. Again, like I said in the beginning of the video, Drake is trying to step all over this Baby Keem rollout. He's still salty against Kendrick Lamar. What better way to go after Kendrick than to go after Baby Keem, right? And that, that's the way that people are looking at it. But let's try to make sense of this. Fantastic Hip Hop has this video for us. Y'all go ahead. Y'all know what to do. Just look at what's on the screen. Y'all go ahead and do what you guys do. All right? Just do what you guys do best. And don't forget to hit that noti bell. I'm going to leave the link to this video in the description so that way you guys can go ahead and click that shit and give my guy Fantastic Hip Hop his props and let him know when it comes to Drake. Now, when it comes to Drake, Fantastic Hip Hop, let us know. Fantastic Hip Hop, Ya Tu Sabes. You already know, man. Let's go.
Now, when it comes to Drake, you can hear it right now. We are not in our main studio because the Drake stands got us in McDonald's trying the worst meal of all time. And if you couldn't tell from Drake solidifying himself as the McDonald's of rap in real life. Well, before we go any further, I'm serious.
The McDrizzler. Oh, shit. The McDrizzler Happy Meal. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Yeah. Let's fucking go. I'm done.
We are about to see the most annoying, chaotic, and loud surprise release that anyone could make in the worst way in all of music right now. And for that reason, and because they want me to have the Drake meal, really be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hype, because we are gonna need it. And well, music as a whole is as well. Because in this quieter week compared to the rest of 2026 so far, as we are between...
Please, Fantastic Hip Hop, do not go try that shit. Do not go try it. Like, you'll be putting money in Drake's hands. I'm just saying. Like, okay, do we really just think about this? I'm not telling people not to try it. If you guys want to try it at your own discretion. But do those owl burgers really look appetizing? Do they really look appetizing? I don't think it does. But and also that blue Sprite that's actually blue Gatorade and Sprite. The blue Spriterade. The blue Spriterade. Oh, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Major album releases and just major moments in music in general. Well, everything is this quiet right now for a pretty good reason. And before any other mess, What
Oh, fuck.
mainly this almost pause that the industry is in right now is all centering around is the return of Baby Keem with his new album Casino, and well, the return of everything that comes with that, and of course some new Kendrick Lamar. And well, for everyone who loves hip hop and probably just loves music in general, that excitement was more than enough to get at this point altogether. You know, in the entire
Y'all, let me know what you guys think of the Boom Man series, right? Um, I've been thinking about going and taking a look, all 3 episodes, 3 different videos, but I just don't have the time for it, right? But yet I'm sitting here reacting to Fantastic Hip Hop, right? I'm reacting to Fantastic Hip Hop. Fantastic Hip Hop will always get a reaction from this channel. We love Fantastic Hip Hop around here. Let's go.
entire music world, well, everyone is happy to hear arguably the biggest artist of the last 2 years return to center stage and have his cousin, who has superstar potential, release an album that has been years in the making. There is one corner and one faction and group that is so sad that they have been waiting for the very opportunity to just try and step on this moment that we are about to get to validate their own ego, impulse, and pride once again. And it's because the first time they messed around with that PG Lang group, they have not been able to do anything normal ever since. And now who I am talking about is none other than Drake.
Oh my
which
God.
Now, while there has already been rumors for about a month or so that Drake has been waiting and prying to find out anything he possibly can about this Baby Keem album to try and plan to step on it, and will get revenge on Kendrick Lamar, and well, the return of his cousin by after everything that he went through by the hands of Kendrick, while sabotaging his younger cousin's album release. And
Weren't you friends with Baby Keem? Weren't you friends with Baby Keem? Drake? Didn't you give Baby Keem his flowers? Weren't you the one that I can't pinpoint it, but it was like a year ago. I saw a video of, I don't know if it was Fantastic Hip Hop or Rapaholics. I don't remember who it was, but or the Ville. One of those channels said, and I quote, that you were trying to get a Baby Keem feature. And that's why they were going in depth. Oh, there we go. They were going in depth of the songs that Baby Keem has written for Kendrick and vice versa, because of what Drake said either on Push-Ups or Family Matters. I don't remember which one it was, but there was something said that Drake is actually trying to get a feature from Keem. So what is it, Drake? Is this another one of those business transactions? You know, the one where you have a song written and they thought that they were going to have a feature with you, and then you end up using the song. And Baby Keem probably snuffed it out and was like, nah, bruh. And now you're trying to step on the rollout because Baby Keem is guilty by association. So what is it? What is it? I needs to know. Because this is some high school bullshit, bro. I haven't seen shit like this since fucking high school. It's the pettiness that comes out that you exude is high school bullshit. You're a 40-year-old man, bro. 40. Let's go.
Guess his career? Well, now, while these were just reports, and we could see from the way Keem has started to move and the way Drake has been moving that something really was going on. Now, things have just escalated to an entire new level, as from the way Drake is talking right now online for all of us to see, to the way inside sources are starting to move and report on this entire thing in general. Right now, what seems like is coming down the pipeline is, well, the Iceman album, or the return from Iceman for Drake. And on that note, as Drake is finally getting back to actually pretending that he has an album coming out, because he's been putting this off now since September of 2025, because
Nah, dog. That album's never coming out, and if it does, congratulations. Congratulations, because you've been putting this album out for the past year and a half. Baby Keem, his rollout. He's put out 3 documentaries in a span of 2 weeks, 1 week. 3 documentaries in 1 week. That was his rollout. You, on the other hand, Drake, you made 3 whatever the fuck that was. And then you put your album on pause because people weren't feeling it. I think that's what it was. People weren't feeling that shit. And you were testing the waters and people weren't feeling it. And you're still testing the waters with all the leaks that come out. I've been watching. I haven't put anything out on that shit, right? You're testing the waters. You're dipping your feet, checking to see if the water's fine for you to jump in. That's what you did with push-ups. That's what you did with Tailor Made. We'll see if it comes out. If it does, again, congratulations. It took you a year and a half to 2.
while we are at a point where Drake is all but confirming that he is going to drop something new on Friday, there is still major questions on whether this is going to be actually a new album, or it's going to be just a new song, or even a full new episode of the Iceman streams, which it seems like with Drake rolling out the slop and getting that McDonald's meal now ready to solidify what he really does this all for, which is that quick consumption fast food music, that is giving us a lot of insight into the way
Bars. Let me hear that shit again.
is that quick consumption fast food music. That is giving us a lot of insight into the way Drake is doing some last minute work to just get what he needs to in for the next few days to prepare for the ultimate musical slop fest. And because this is where we are at, and well, a new era of Drake versus Kendrick is coming in, well, Drake and McDonald's versus Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem. I don't know how else to specify this thing. Just make sure the word is spread on this and everyone sees what is going on here and the absolute trickery at work. So again, I'm just gonna say it, leave a like. I really appreciate it. But so now with Drake. Well, in the past, Drake making vague teases or promises that seem like he is stalling more than working on new music or anything that is going to save his career could never tell us enough about what he had coming or what he was doing. Right now, that's started to change because that's not exactly what's happening here for the Cupcake Karen. And well, for the first time in 2 years, it feels like Drake is walking with a little more confidence and not the good.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this. Shout out to Top of My Game and produced by Tyler A. Shout out to y'all for becoming a part of this wonderful community. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Shout out to y'all. Let's go. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's go.
Type but that red button slop mystery box arrogant goofy type. And we need to take this seriously because let's just break it down for a second. Which for the McDonald's man who wants to lead a team of Big Mac bandits, after there has been rumors coming from industry sources for about a month or so that are all around this idea that Drake and Baby Keem and their respective teams have been trying to figure out dates for a while to release new music on, and of course now in reality we have seen Keem come out and confirm a release date of February 20th in one of the most efficient rollouts we have ever seen. That in of itself, in terms of Keem being the one to get out there and put an official date, has shown us that Drake has been the one at the end of the day who has been trying to figure out how to jump on this release and do whatever he can to possibly stop it. And it seems like Drake has been making some knee-jerk and rushed moves to try and make this happen all the faster and really prepare for something weird to come. And specifically why I am saying that is because after being a question of when it would release, it seems like Drake...
And you know what? After you said what you said, because his album was going to come out Friday, it was going to come out Friday. He pushed it. He actually pushed it. He pushed it to earlier today. Not Friday. He pushed it to earlier today. So that way you won't step on that shit. That's crazy. And he has the power to do that. Like Baby Keem has all of the creative with Kendrick Lamar, he has the creative let's see. I'm trying to look for the word for it. He has all the creative possibilities. He has power to be creative. Unlike some artists where they get their music written for them, they don't have the power to be creative. He has the power to drop whenever he wants as well. And of course, he has to go through Kendrick and all that stuff. But I think it's amazing the way that this rollout is going. Like all of a sudden, he drops a documentary saying that he was gonna drop on the 20th, and then a week later, his album drops. It's just a 1 week thing. I mean, we were getting, minor clues, minor hints that the album was gonna drop, but I just think it's amazing the way that this rollout is going, because not only are we getting a deep dive into who Baby Keem is, he's gonna drop music talking about the people that are in the documentary to explain even more. You guys don't understand the amount of material that we're getting. He dropped a 3-episode documentary, and then he's dropping 12 or 13. I need to go back and check, but a 12 to 13 track album. Yo, that's the way you do it. You don't need 26 songs. I keep saying that. You don't need 26 songs.
Finally gave McDonald's a date to roll through with their collab on, because all of a sudden out of nowhere there actually was a date put on the collab, which of course rolled out in his homeland of Canada on February 17th. And I guess Drake giving his fans more processed stuff now in the form of food. That's really telling his fans how much he loves them, and they are absent.
Fantastic hip hop, man. He always has his gun ready, bro.
absolutely eating this thing up with both the two meals that Drake has decided to come up with and the drink as well, which, I mean, they really do seem to be loving this thing on that side. And I guess if you love the processed trash that Drake makes in terms of his music, well, the guy is the McDonald's of rap in a way, so I do think it's the perfect collab, and if you love one, you'll probably love the other, but it still gets worse and weirder from here, as it really just seems like Drake didn't just do this to start to really win people back by giving them that good old processed food and making sure that everybody is ready to help out with whatever grift that he has going, but the plan just has even more action than that, which
Fantastic Hip Hop said he's giving you brainwash food. Brainwash food? No? Anybody?
is surprising for somebody like Drake, who has been trying to just keep his career alive all on the strength of rumors. As now with the same industry insider who has been leaking to us all of these reports since January of this year, telling us what's about to come, leaving us major hints about the Iceman album now after successfully predicting and telling us stuff about Don Toliver's record, Harry Styles' record, and Baby Keem's record, and all of it has been right, and honestly a little more than that even too. Well, now with them making cryptic posts and almost being scared to disclose all of the information they know, and then at the same time as that, Drake made this cryptic post right here and is telling us that things are about to come so soon with the cringe Iceman lingo, which we don't even need to start on that, but it's just Drake being as lame as usual. I mean, when you look at that and see the way the source is moving, and see the
I don't even need to stop the fucking video, which I did. I don't even need to stop the fucking Fantastic Hip Hop is clowning this dude for me.
way that the Drake community as a whole in terms of these weird OVO groupies and insiders are talking as well. Well, now to just see the absolute biggest losers in hip-hop history over the past 2 years start to move and act a little bit differently and just really have some of that same arrogance and confidence that you kind of felt in the air that they felt they had when Family Matters was about to drop, I think that's very telling. And while that may be showing us that these guys absolutely took the wrong lessons from the beef and they have not progressed at all, well, that's what they are doing. It honestly doesn't matter at this point.
And you know what? Kendrick was actually putting you on game. If you paid attention, Drake was telling you what was wrong with you, so that way you can progress and become better. But you didn't take it that way. Dog, man. Psychological warfare is crazy, bro.
Because it's only going to humiliate them more. But now
man.
making this a lot bigger of an effort on the OVO front than you could imagine and that we have seen in quite a while, all of this seems to be lining up in a very weird way, especially when you realize that at the same time as all of this is going down, you know what's been seen right outside according to reporting and all of the information gathered at least once? Well, with these McDonald's that have these new Drake and OVO collabs, well, those Iceman trucks, which were used as icons, symbols, and really storytelling devices all together in some of those disasters of streams that Drake tried to call art in the Iceman live episodes, well, one of these trucks was seen outside of a McDonald's. And it seems like Drake is getting to work right now and is filming and working on something big for the Iceman album, which, I mean, really, these worlds are going to collide if McDonald's and Drake's music is going to be all presented in one thing for a stream. And that seems to be where we are headed. But with that, and with the Iceman truck being used for content at McDonald's to get Drake ready to have an album trailer and album material to compete with Baby Keem and Kendrick, the question that still surrounds all of this, and that we need to look in further about, is ultimately what Drake's actual goal is here, and exactly what he is doing with all of this. Because as Drake has proven time and time again that he is a man who is more focused on tricks and gimmicks rather than actual results and action. Because pretty much anytime he has done everything, the delivery is never good as the promise on his end. Something just seems to be up and something seems to be very off here. And there has to be some sort of a different end game at the end of all of this. Because even with the idea of Drake actually trying to compete with Kendrick Lamar and Baby Keem and the chances and the risk really and the potential consequences, that this will cause him if it goes bad, which I mean, looking at the track record of both of these two in head-to-heads, well, Kendrick Lamar is obviously the favorite to step out anytime he is against Drake, and that has been proven more and more ever since the beef has ended. And to see a continuation of that and to be reminded why Kendrick Lamar is the better, bigger, and more dominant artist, that seems very
Y'all, give me
likely
a sec.
if they're
My bad, y'all. All right, let's go.
dominant artist, that seems very likely if they're going to go head to head. And I don't think Baby Keem being here, even as the lead artist as opposed to Kendrick, is going to make things any more favorable from that angle for Drake. Because,
Right.
I mean, it's Drake. Look at the run he has been on. And so with
I mean, he's
that
Drake.
said, I think what is at hand
Oh,
here and
man.
what we are seeing is really going to be a big announcement turned pump fake play from Drake, where he is going to try and make a storm and create more noise through speculation and annoyance rather than delivering actual product. And on that note, I think what Drake is doing is going to be dropping an announcement in terms of a release date for Iceman at the very least, and at the most, we're going to get Iceman episode 4, and that will come with the release of a new single, and I guess the fourth piece of trash that will be used to try and bring and garner.
Of course, it's Drake testing the waters again. You know how that goes. Let's go.
Hype for whatever Drake is about to do. And I think maybe there is a chance we get something related to Iceman, and maybe some new music will be played like we saw Drake do the night the Fall Off dropped, just on a more direct, professional, and intentional level. And if Drake does a stream, let's say, or releases a song not on streaming platforms, but puts it out on his social media, he really could play a smart hand here, which I don't think he will, but I do think there is a chance, if he has learned anything from this entire thing, as he can then try to benefit from the rewards of trying to take over the moment without having to face the backlash and humiliation of having another song tanking on the charts and another single that's bound to flop, which seems like something that would be very enticing to him, considering how song after song and drop after drop, no matter what, Drake's stock and the value his new music holds has continued to plummet and just lose height to a level that I don't think people ever thought it would have reached. And so with all of this, I mean, it seems like Drake is going to go for this very play here, and he's going to continue the Iceman rollout after a hiatus from months ago, right on Friday when Baby Keem comes around with his new record. And I think that as we have been talking about it now, this whole thing of Drake looking for when this
Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh my god. Why does this look like a real fucking Law and Order cover, bro? Oh man. Why fantastic hip hop?
was going to drop and trying to go out of his way to compete with it. I
Oh
think
my
that's
God.
also a very important
Here we
detail
go.
that we just can't throw out or not look at, because as we consider the fact of what we have seen in reality and just see Kendrick Lamar run and outsmart Drake at every single corner of every single moment of their competition, there is no, and I mean no way, that Kendrick and PG Lang could have not thought about the possibility of what Drake could do to try and ruin such a monumental return and such a big moment for a potential superstar, and of course what they can do to make sure that always, no matter what, they have made an ironclad wall that will just stop any attempts for losers to try and rig that game and fake influence. And I'm even sure if Drake dropped Iceman and it was as good as his best 3 albums, I'm sure they don't even care about that, and they have thought through this possibility altogether and how to walk over it. And on that note, the only reason they could even do this, and the only thing that they could win this moment with to everyone no matter what, all comes down to one thing only, and that is this idea of quality, which in the same week that Drake is partnered up with McDonald's, I don't know, this all just feels very symbolic to what could be coming, as they clearly have the utmost confidence in Baby Keem and the album that he is about to deliver, and based on the way that the documentaries and commentary are starting to set
That album, mark my words, y'all, it's gonna be a classic. Because of all the documentaries that have come out, because of everything else that has, this rollout has been incredible. The music that he's been previewing has been incredible. This album will be a classic. Mark my words, there will probably be multiple songs that chart because he took his time with it. Just mark my words. This is going to be one of those albums, man. Kind of like GNX was. I'm not saying this is a GNX, but I am saying that this is going to be a classic.
This album up and show how on top of the new sounds and new music that Baby Keem has had 5 years to perfect. Topically and thematically, Baby Keem is really exploring something powerful here about his life, what shaped him, and some of the people within it. I mean, looking at that, it really seems like the ceiling for this album is going to be really and really high, and I think that is becoming more clear by the day. And so with that, I think what is now really being put into Baby Keem and PG Lang is this simple philosophy, which is just telling us that over industry politics, games, and whatever else could happen, Kendrick Lamar, Dave Free, and Baby Keem believe that they have an absolute classic, a decade definer, and maybe even a masterpiece. You could go as far to say that, possibly. Well, on their hands, and they just believe that no matter what, the music is going to speak for itself, and they are going to overpower everything else that can come to stop it with an absolute classic. And I mean, with that, I think with Drake coming with this new album at the most, new episode, a new single at the least in reality, and at the very least, just a distraction and a pump fake, Kendrick and Keem don't care about it because, as they have shown over and over again, they just let their music and art speak for itself. And with that, they believe that even against the loudest trolls and the biggest grifters, well, this Drake bar has now worked against him more than it has ever helped him, as well, despite it being on his...
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Fantastic hip-hop, bro.
Classic song where Jay-Z walked on him in Bounty. It's now become the very philosophy that is going to make the rapper who teamed up with McDonald's lose. Only real music is going to last, and all that other stuff, that will comes more than ever from Drake and people like him. It's here today and gone tomorrow. And so for the law-loving cupcake Karen, Tupac Shakur, trying to keep it cool here, if you're going to try and play the long game with your Rush Slop album against Baby Keem and PG Lang's 5 years of work, dedication, and thought, good luck. Because just like we saw in May of 2024, you are about to be in for a rude awakening if you go through with this. So now with all that said, let me know. What are your thoughts on this Iceman Baby Keem saga? Where do you think this is all going to go? Where do you think Drake is going to go with his next move? Do you think we're going to get a song, a pump fake, an announcement, an album, or what? And just let me know your thoughts on everything going into what could be a very historic and unforgettable day for hip-hop. What do you think about Baby Keem? What do you think about Drake? What are you looking forward to the most? And what are you looking forward to the least? And listen, if you made it to this point in the video, thank you for watching. And really, I'm here. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and I can't thank you for the support more than ever. And if you want to see how right before this, well, Drake's buddy Kevin Durant crashed out, and he showed that he has been hurt just as much by the Kendrick Lamar effect that Drake has in a lot of ways. Well, this is really pathetic, and if you just want to see Kendrick Lamar make the highest earning NBA player of all time freak, you're not going to want to miss this one, so check out the suggested video.
Y'all, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Here are my closing thoughts. Okay, hold on. I am having technical issues, and I'm going to leave this in there. Closing thoughts. I think that Drake is not going to step on this album, and if he tries, it's not going to work. I think that this album, I'm not talking about Iceman. I'm talking about Casino. I think Casino is going to be a classic. Just everything going for it right now. People, like, the tour's already sold out. Everything that he's doing has been right. I believe he has the right people behind him. PG Lang, he has all the right people behind him. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Yeah, man, this has been a fun video. Fantastic hip hop always, man. Hey, round of applause. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hype the video, share it with your family and friends, and also hit that noti bell wherever the fuck it is. This has been your boy Jtomreactions. I am out this bitch. Ya tu sabes. You guys already know. Let's fucking go.